Okay, so today I'm going to be reviewing the new and improved Kosas 10-second eye gel watercolor eyeshadow. So I purchased the shade Blaze, which, sorry, I have this pulled up, which used to be named Globe, and I used to have this formula, the old formula, in Globe, and I loved the color. These are only $15. You only get, I think, like 2 ml of product, but I don't use you know, like these types of cream shadows on a day-to-day basis, so I feel like it would still last me a long time, so $15 is a pretty good price point. Basically, they reformulated from what used to be like a water-based product, like very fluid, very watery. The formula separated, which seemed purposeful, but likely it was not stable of a formula. It was just really, really hard to work with that old formula. So now it's more of a gel watercolor, as the name states. So I was really excited to try this product because, like I said, I really loved the shade Globe, which is now Blaze, and I was like, this just seems amazing. Like, they reformulated, it should be easier to work with, but I definitely have some thoughts, so let's get into the demo and my review. First off, when I first used this product, I didn't look at the directions. Which is silly because you obviously want to use a product how it's intended to be used. And so I used this how I would with a normal cream shadow, where I took the little doe foot, I dotted just a small amount on my eye, and then I took my Real Techniques, what is that called? Deluxe crease brush, and I blended it into my crease all over the eyelid. And it wasn't really working. Like, I felt like it was drying kind of patchy, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'm doing something wrong. So then I just went in with my finger and started dotting it and tapping it, and that seemed to like work better. But then the issue came when I went to blend out the edges with just like a normal fluffy synthetic blending brush. I put a little like matte shadow on there and tried to blend out the edges, and it kind of dusted away all of the shadow. So then I'm like, okay, I need to like watch how I'm supposed to be doing this. So I actually watched Kaki's video, Kaki Reviews Beauty here on YouTube, and she did a whole video on like this new formulation. And she actually read the instructions, and it says that you're supposed to apply it to your lid and wait 5 to 10 seconds and then tap it out either with your finger or a brush. So that's what I'm going to be doing today because I think I'll have better luck with that. But you are a little bit more limited because I feel like, personally, like, I like a cream shadow that I can like work with a brush, with my finger, a combination of both. And even with like any cream, I at least like to be able to run like my bronzer through my crease, or just like some sort of shade through my crease to like define it a little bit more and add, you know, like blend out the edges essentially. You're not really able to do that with this product, but we'll get into the demo just so you can see what I mean. So I'm going to apply just a little bit to the center of my lid. Like, again, the shade is so stunning. Wait 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, now I'm going to take my pointer finger and just tap as it states. And again, I use like a really small amount because I do have pretty creasy eyelids and I want this to last. But as you can see, because I use such a small amount and I am trying to like blend it into the crease, it's very, very subtle. It almost like goes away completely, which I do think on like a day-to-day basis, I would keep it like this on like a day when I'm not even wearing mascara, just like some sort of tinted product, a little concealer, and like my brows. I do like how it just kind of offers a slight sheen, but I'm going to build it up just so you can see. So I'm going to put a little bit more product on. Wait. And then go back in with that finger and tap. So overall, I mean, I'm sure you can tell that this is definitely, I mean, and I do only have this shade to demo, so a darker shade I feel like would show up better on camera, but regardless, I do think that this is, well, I'm imagining, intended to be a very subtle eye product because of the way that they're telling you to apply it. And like I said, if you were to use a brush and like try to blend out the edges, it really like dusts away the product. So here is it built up with another layer. Again, it's pretty. It like offers a really subtle color. So very natural looking. I'll go ahead and do the other eye and wait. But I think the thing to me that's a little bit funny is that I feel like they wanted this product to be a product that's intended for someone that like has to get out the door quickly. And so it's like you swipe this on, you blend it out, like pat it out with your finger, and it's like a one and done product. Like the 10-second name, I feel like implies that it's really quick and easy to apply. And I don't know if I'd agree with that just because it is a little more finicky than some other cream products that I own. You know, it like takes, like if you wanted to build it up, then you have to wait between layers until it dries, etc. So I think the name is maybe like a little bit misleading. But if you are looking for something that's really, really natural and just offers like a slight sheen, like this is definitely not like an impactful glittery formula, so I wouldn't expect that. Kind of like the Stila like glitter and glow, like the OG. Like this is definitely not that. I would call it more of a everyday, like super natural cream shadow. All the tones are like very neutral, like wearable shades. I'm just gonna go in with like one more layer on each and see if I can build it up even more. But if you're looking for something like that that's just very wearable and like looks kind of like a natural product, then I think you would like this. It just, for me, like wasn't exactly what I was expecting. I was expecting it to be a little bit more impactful and to be able to blend it out with a brush, which is how I apply my creams, like I mentioned. So for those reasons, I don't think this is like my favorite cream shadow I've ever, you know, purchased. And I really personally don't like products that I have to like think about and that are a little bit like more high maintenance to apply. But the color is so pretty, so I'm a little bit torn because I absolutely love this color. I do like the sheen it gives my eyes, but it's hard for me to like just put a shadow on and not put anything in my crease. So I think that's why I'm like a little bit torn on this product, because I don't work with it the same way that I work with like all my other cream shadows or just eyeshadows in general. So it's like a little bit hard for me to get used to like applying something this way and then like the finished look. Like to me it just looks a little unfinished without like something in the crease area. So I do think it's pretty, but I do think the demo was helpful so you guys can see like it took me this, you know, 3 layers to build it up to what it is now, and it still looks quite natural. So take that, like, you know, with a grain of salt. Everyone has different taste when it comes to like a cream shadow, one and done eyeshadow, if you will. So I do think like this dries down pretty quickly and it definitely stays put. Like I haven't really noticed too bad creasing. It did crease on me, but like I said, everything creases on me. So it didn't crease as bad as like some other products I've used. If you don't have like droopy eyelids like I do, then you probably wouldn't have an issue with creasing. So if you like this color, if you like the finished look on the lids, I think you would like this product. Just note that it takes a little bit of work to get it to work for you.